Hello and welcome to the Jessica Travel Agency. My name is Jessica and I am here to tell you about the woodland shrubland biome. Now this biome is very unique. During the summer it is very hot and dry, and during the winters it is very cold and moist. The annual temperature ranges from about 10 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius, and the annual rainfall is very average. It ranges from 100 to 1,000 millimeters per year. Now this is more than a desert, but it is less than forests receive.
An endangered species in this biome is a northern harrier, a long-tailed hawk with V-shaped wings. It attacks small prey using a flyover technique. These birds keep the rodents from overpopulating. Another endangered species in this biome is a gray short-tailed possum. They have a very high population in northern Argentina. They also consume rodents, and they help decomposition of dead animals by consuming them.
This biome is full with many creatures. For instance, a jackrabbit. Whoa, look, there's one right there. See how fast it runs? This is one of their many adaptations they use to run quickly away from prey. They also use this to search quickly for shrubs that they can eat. These jackrabbits also are very fast reproductors. They reproduce themselves very quickly, and this helps supply for other animals in the ecosystem. Now this ecosystem also has some big predators, just like a coyote. Now these coyotes are normally a grayish-brown color, and this helps them hide in shrubs so they can sneak up on their prey. Now these coyotes also have huge teeth that they use to rip meat apart so they can finish their meals very quickly. Now the plants in this biome are usually very small, very shrub-like, such as rosemary or thyme. Also in this biome you are going to find hundreds and hundreds of beautiful wildflowers. This biome also has very poor, thin soil, but the plants have adapted to that. This biome is also very known for having annual forest fires, but the plants have adapted to this because now they have waxy leaves.
The scarlet oak tree is found in the woodland shrubland biome. It is adapted to this biome by having hard roots that can be planted in many different types of soil. Thyme is also a common plant found in this biome. It is consumed by humans and animals and has waxy leaves to prevent from catching fire.
There are many conservations in the woodland shrubland biome. People want to save this biome because it is a huge habitat to so many animals, and the shrubs and the trees and the bushes prevent huge areas from devastation of huge erosion, and it also maintains a clean water system for us to drink.
Human development poses a severe risk to shrubland habitats because alterations caused by buildings and roads are irreversible. Development also fragments existing shrubland communities, limiting the types of wildlife that can use the smaller habitat patches. One major city in this biome is Salta, Argentina. A popular tourist destination there is the Cathedral of Salta. Another major city in this biome is Posados, Argentina. A common tourist attraction there is to fish and boat in the Rio Parana River.
Hello, my name is Sarah, and I'm part of the Jessica Travel Agency, and I'm here to talk to you about the temperate grasslands and cold deserts. Although not very cold, they are located at the north of the Tropic of Cancer and south of the Tropic of Capricorn, full of large rolling terrains, full of flowers and shrubs. The best parts about the temperate grasslands and the cold deserts is the weather. They have very normal seasons, so in the summer it's very hot, and in the winter it's very, very cold. But in the summer it can get up to 38 degrees Celsius, in the winter
negative 40 degrees Celsius.
So be sure to bring your jackets and your swimsuits because you're in for the ride. One of the awesome things about the temperate grasslands and the cold desert is the nutrient-rich soils. In the eastern prairies in the United States, and in the steppes of the Ukraine and Russia, and the pampas in South America. So those are our popular locations all around the world. So if you're a farmer, get ready to travel because you're in for lots of plants growing. Not only is the American bison just awesome to look at, but it helps our biome as well. How It goes around the pastures removing choking covers. What is a choking cover? A choking cover is an excess of soil that prevents from healthy soil growing, and so the bison helps the farmers too. Another animal specific to our biome are the pronghorns, and its scientific name is the Antiliocapra americanosorensis. Like the American bisons, instead of having flat teeth, they have sharp teeth so that they can chew more abrasive foods. And similar to the American bison again, they help our biome by removing the choke covers so it can help plant growth.
Some of the major cities in this biome include Denver, Omaha, Tulsa, and Dallas. The best time of the year to travel in this biome is in the springtime because the weather is warm and all the grass and the beautiful flowers are starting to grow again. The winter is usually very harsh, but people find it very entertaining, especially the snow. What to pack for this trip? It all depends on where the season you decide. But if you go during the winter, be sure to bring your traditional winter gear. And if you decide to come in the summer, then bring shorts and shirts and hats to protect you from the sun.
One of the plants in this biome are the blue grama grass, and some of its adaptations to this biome are its narrow leaves that minimize water loss. It also provides food for the animals. Another plant are the prairie shrubs. Some of the adaptations specific to this biome is that they readily resprout after a fire, and they also provide food for the animals. One of the endangered animals in this biome are the prairie dogs. Its scientific name are the cinnamons. The habitat they live in, and they live underground in burrows and extensive warrens of tunnels and chambers, and they are herbivores as well. How humans have impacted the species? Well, they have declined as a result of human settlement on their range. Some of the conservation efforts that are placed are the Wild Earth Guardians, which secure the protection for the prairie dogs, as well as raising awareness and honoring prairie dogs, such as redefining Groundhog Day as Prairie Hog Day in the West.
Hello, my name is Megan Pitchers. I'm here live from the Jessica Travel Agency, and we are here in the Arctic tundra. It is freezing out here, let me just tell you. Okay, now let me talk to you about the terrain real quick. It is very bare of vegetation, obviously. It's just a lot of snow, a lot of ice, a lot of high elevations, wide open spaces. Really good for hunting if you're into that.
A common plant found in this biome is the diamond leaf willow. It uses its leaves to provide nutrients and as wind blockers. It grows low to the ground to avoid harsh winds and freezing cold.
Okay, next, I'm talking to you about the temperatures. It is freezing out here. The winters are very long. The summers are very short. The summers get up to about 48 degrees Celsius, and the winters stay at about negative 28 degrees Celsius. Very cold, very freezing. You need lots of layers. Now I'm going to talk to you about this soil here underneath the snow. It's very frozen, obviously. We got some permafrost, that's what it's called, because it's frozen, and it freezes and thaws a lot within the season, so it buckles and it's hard for plant life to grow. So, it's just rough out here, nothing much.
A common plant found in this biome is the Arctic moss. It has a long life, a short growing season, and fast growth. It grows underwater and stores energy even when it's not growing.
There are some interesting animals in this biome. Some of them are pretty scary. Here we go. Here comes a wild polar bear. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that? Okay, polar bears, they are adapted to the Arctic because they have a layer of fat underneath their skin and also a big white coat of fur similar to the snow so they can blend in. And also they have small ears to keep in all the heat, which is why we wear earmuffs.
The niche of a polar bear is to control the seal population by preying on them.
Yep. Okay, along with the polar bear, we have something called a caribou. Okay, some people refer to it as reindeer. That is incorrect. Okay, they have a double coat of fur that keeps them warm. It's hollow and filled with air to keep out the cold air, and another layer to insulate. And also they got the split hooves spread apart to support on the snow without sinking in and falling all over the place. And they have the noses that hold in their heat and moisture so they don't get cold noses.
The caribou's niche is that it eats on lichens and low-growing tundra plants. An endangered animal in the tundra biome is the Arctic fox, or Volupus lagopus.
Yes. Okay, things to pack when you're in the tundra. You need lots of layers, like 10 of these, okay? I'm not kidding. You will freeze and you will die out there if you don't have layers, okay? You can take them off as the day goes on because, you know, it might get a little warmer. You also need sunglasses and sunscreen because that snow reflection is going to burn you to pieces, okay? Also, you need some binoculars. Wow, okay. And so you can zoom in on the animals. You don't want to get too close to them because that could harm them and they can attack you.
Some major cities of the tundra biome are Anchorage, Alaska, and Alkovich, Canada. You should go here because there are lots of things to do, such as whitewater rapids, climbing glaciers, observing wildlife such as whale watching and polar bears, and there's salmon fishing and wildlife safaris. The best time to visit is during the summer because the temperatures may reach above freezing and there's 18 to 24 hours of sunlight.
Okay, now we're talking about some serious things, kids, okay? We're talking about the conservation laws about this tundra biome. We're trying to switch to alternative energy sources to minimize global warming and the heating of the tundra so that the animals don't die. We're protecting areas and park reserves and restricting human influence on those. And we're limiting road construction because that breaks apart all the soil and snow, and it's also very hard to build on the tundra, so it's just gonna fail anyways. And we're also limiting hunting because those animals are getting endangered by you taking them for their fur.
The human impact of this biome includes overhunting, global warming, which melts glaciers, oil drilling, which causes pollution, and overdevelopment, which interrupts animals' migration and feeding patterns.